Hi there, I'm Rob Probert. I'm running for the position of Deputy Mayor here in the town of Carleton Place. And today I want to talk to you about the contamination remediation problem we have here on Lake Avenue. There's been lots of comments in our local newspaper, lots of history with our town council, but I thought it'd be useful to show the actual site. And just to my left, out here in the middle of Lake Avenue, is exactly where the problem lies. Within this area, we have a pool of what's called perk. The town of Carleton Place bought this, the Canadian Tire site, approximately 7 years ago. It knew that there was a problem of some sort here, but working with the Ministry of Environment, they developed a plan, even the current council working with them, to try and find a way that's acceptable to remediate this site. The Ministry of Environment is adamant that the site be cleaned, but in the meantime, our current council, we were able to proceed with the building of the farmers market that you just saw a second ago in this clip. And we're very pleased about that. We've made this into a very useful community site. It was originally the site of the Canadian Tire building, and that was kind of an eyesore. It was a closed, abandoned building. Now we have a community gathering spot. The problem with the environmental cleanup, the ministry wants it done and they want us to get on with it. The town has been researching various options over the last 4 or 5 years, and they've come to the stage where enough is enough. We have to make a choice and get on with it. There were 3 recommendations that came from our engineers as options that could possibly work. One was just to simply dig up the street and remove the materials. The Ministry of the Environment said that is not acceptable and probably the most dangerous way of discharging this material into a bigger field and causing more groundwater problems in that type of a situation. The second option was to drill a series of wells in this exact area where I'm standing and to pump steam into the ground for months on end, heat the perk and bring it up to the surface where it can be pumped off. In some cases that certainly can work, but our particular location is not recommended because A, it would mean closing off Lake Avenue for a minimum of 4 months. There would be no traffic along this street at all. This would be a confined area, and then we have no guarantee of how long it would take. It was also probably the most expensive of our solutions, the high cost of heating water to pump in the ground to create steam, etc. You can imagine the problems with that. The third solution is a tried and true method that will work, and it will require us to build a small containment unit, if I can call it that, a small storage shed it might look like. On the site here, the town would be drilling several wells, and it's called pump and treat. And basically, through mechanical means, draw the perk to the well site and draw it off. And now that will take years. It can take years, and the second option could well take years as well. The ministry has told us, and our consulting engineers have told us, that nothing will remove 100% of the material. Our concern is satisfying the Ministry of the Environment and making sure this is a safe area as well, that we don't have problems later on. And I'm convinced that the pump and treat method that the majority of town council voted for is the way to go. It does have an upfront cost. All our projects have an upfront cost. The first one, dig and remove, was a $3 million budget estimate paid for today. The second one required approximately $300,000 of upfront work, and we don't know the actual cost yet on that process as it moved forward, but it would be years in the process of drawing as well. But the road, again, would have been closed for about 4 months, maybe longer. The third option will require about $300,000 of upfront preparation, and we have estimates at the moment around $50,000 to $65,000 per year going forward. We are hopeful that new technology will improve the operation and the ability to remove the material quicker rather than later. I voted for option 3 because I thought it was the most cost-effective and the safest removal process of all the information we had. Councillors Flynn and Athanakis did not vote with the majority of council on this issue. I'm sure they had their reasons for other choices, but the majority of council voted on this issue, and we want to proceed. The Ministry of Environment are very clear. They want us to be proceeding. They want a commitment. The commitment we have now, as approved by council, is that we are having our engineers now prepare the working technology, the working technical papers, and more formal cost estimates on what we call option 3, pump and treat. We will have that information in a few months. It will likely be the next council that makes the final absolute decision on this project. But I'm hopeful that we can move ahead, and with the minimum impact to our taxpayers, minimum impact to our citizens as they use the roadway, and we will end up with a clear slate on this project. For more information about the remediation project or other town issues, be sure to visit my website robprobert.com